Hello, this is Bobby at Copel TV Repair, and this is a functionality proof video for a set of Y-sustain and top and bottom buffer boards that were purchased for a customer. This is 64 maybe H. You will find the TV model and the board numbers in the title of the video. This is just a few quick notes for the customer to see. Well, first of all, this is unique label. Today is August 11th. August 11 on the Y main. The Y main has been reconditioned. The two buffer boards are not, to the best of my knowledge, they are actually not used and new. We ordered those many years ago. We have a few others that are working. Those are the ones that I believe are the new ones. Apparently this is working, but I want to really quickly point your attention to a few things. If I put the menu on the screen, and if you look more closely, you may see a few black horizontal lines in the bottom. If you see such lines anywhere on the screen, after you assemble everything, first, we have a bunch of videos about such horizontal lines. They're mostly on Panasonics. They happen much more rarely in Samsungs, but this particular Samsung has plugins, display connectors that plug. And so the issue actually is kind of the same. The first and most common reason why would you have black horizontal lines would be because this cable and TV is currently turned off. I turned it off with the remote, but never work on those when the TV is on. Never work on anything when the TV is on. So the first and most common reason would be that this is not plugged evenly, and this is important, evenly. That means top and bottom all the way in. Usually what happens is it gets at an angle somewhere, like instead of here, it will be showing up a little. Can you see that? See the copper endings? So it has to be plugged all the way in, top and bottom. It's got to look the same. That line has to be even all the way, and then you plug it in. That is the first and most common reason why it wouldn't happen. The second reason would be if a buffer board actually is bad in one way or another. This is very rare. It does happen mostly after it gets repaired and those things get replaced and something doesn't get soldered properly. It does happen, but it mostly happens to the boards that are being serviced. None of those is, and that is not the case here. And the third case when this may happen, it's also very rare, is when the panel itself gets bad. The other side of this flex cable, it goes around and goes into the glass panel, and it's bonded there. The word is bonded. That means glued under pressure. But 10 years later, especially if you have a TV like this where you have those plugged in, plugged down, pulled, pushed, everything, sometimes they just detach. This is the case in our TV. I wasn't sure because I don't remember having seen that, but it doesn't mean that, you know, I haven't seen it and I had forgotten or whatever. So what I did is I pulled another buffer board and it produced the exact same results. And what that means is that most likely our panels, but there was actually another issue with our panel that I did not show. I will not have time to show, but this is really what you need to know, that Y-sustain is producing image, the two buffer boards are producing image. If you have black lines, make sure those are evenly plugged. If that doesn't solve the problem, it's not the buffer boards, is what I'm telling you is the problem here. You will have one of the other two problems as well. It's not going to be a repairable solution. That's